Before we start, if this moves you, please subscribe and leave a like. Every bit helps. Support links in the comments. From the bottom of my heart, thank you.
They say it happens every 7 years or so, when the winter rains come heavy and the cold holds long. The desert floor fills up with something impossible, color where there's only ever been the brown and stone. When the desert blooms, even I believe that what looks finished might be just asleep. I drove out to the Antelope Valley in the early spring, 3 hours east of everything I'd let go wrong. And I stood in 10,000 acres of wildflowers and let myself be moved by something true and long. When the desert blues, even I believe that what looks finished might be just asleep. Botanist told me the seeds can wait through years of drought and silence underground. They don't give up, they just wait for the water. That's all I needed, someone to tell me right now. Even the driest ground remembers how to fly. Redwood canopy was doing what it always does, turning afternoon to something close to dusk. I sat against a trunk that had been standing for 3 centuries and felt how small my restlessness must look. I've been carrying things for years that had no real name, the kind of tide that sleep can't touch. The redwoods didn't offer any answers, but they offered something better. They didn't rush. Redwood afternoon, teach me how to hold my ground. Redwood afternoon, show me what it means to just be found, standing in the quiet where the light comes breaking through. Redwood afternoon, I learned something new from you. An old man passed me on the trail with hiking poles. He said he'd been coming up here 40 years. I asked him what he came for every time. He said, to remember what actually matters here. I watched him disappear into the corridor of trees, and I understood the answer that he'd given. There are things in this world built before our worries, and still standing out everything we've been through. Redwood afternoon, teach me how to hold my ground. Redwood afternoon, show me what it means to just be found, standing in the quiet where the light comes breaking through. Redwood afternoon, I learned something new from you. The bark is thick enough to carry a century of fire. The roots go wide enough to share the water underground. I've been growing like a sapling all my life, and I'm finally strong enough to let go without falling down. Redwood afternoon, I came in carrying too much. Redwood afternoon, I left with just enough, standing in the quiet where the old things hold their ground. Redwood afternoon is the best thing I've found. Some places don't speak, they just stand there and teach you. Before the fires came, the hills were green past April. The creek ran through the live oaks on the bend. I photographed the meadow every season. I didn't think I'd need to remember them. Before the fires came, it was something you could touch. Before the fires came, I didn't know I loved it all so much. My neighbors planted redwoods on the hillside. They said they'd shade their grandchildren one day. The roots were taking hold, the bark was new and hopeful. Before the summer came and took it all away. Before the fires came, it was something you could touch. Before the fires came, I didn't know I loved it all so much. The birds came back the following spring. I don't know how they knew to. The ground was black, but something underneath was already deciding to push through. The fires taught me this: nothing beautiful is guaranteed.
There's a photograph I keep beside the window. The canyon walls are amber in the frame. I was 23 and barefoot in the garden before I even knew I had a name. Something about that afternoon refused to let itself go dark. It pressed itself into my memory like a thumb pressed into bark. The light that stayed long after the day was done. The light that stayed like a daughter of the sun. I close my eyes and it's still burning through. The light that stayed, it stayed for you. We made our dinner out of wine and music. The windows open to the jasmine air. We didn't know that we were being golden. We only knew that we were there. Something about the way it felt, so full, like there was room to breathe. Like all the world had stopped and said, take this. This one is yours to keep. The light that stayed long after the day was done. The light that stayed like a daughter of the sun. I close my eyes and it's still burning through. The light that stayed, it stayed for you. Maybe it was never just the light. Maybe it was all of us together, young and unafraid of what we lose. Letting go, nothing, holding everything. The light that stayed, warmer than I can explain. The light that stayed through every loss, through every change. I close my eyes, it finds me where I am. The light that stayed, it always can. Some things don't fade, they just wait for you to look again.
The hallway's quiet past 11. No music thumping through the wall. Just me and coffee, me and heaven. Learning how to love this quiet after all. I used to count their footsteps home. Now I count the miles they've grown. The kids are grown now, out there living lives I dreamed. Kids are grown now, everything I gave them, it was worth it, it seems. She called last night from some new city, voice so sure, best parts I could ever understand. I used to count their footsteps home. Now I count the miles they've grown. The kids are grown now, out there living lives I dreamed. Kids are grown now, everything I gave them, it was worth it seems. There's a picture on the fringe, still crooked, little hands of crayon sun. I don't need to hold on tighter. Love was never in the holding on. The kids are grown now, flying further than I've been. Kids are grown now, and I'm still so proud of who they've been. Go on now, I'll leave the light on. Just in case.
I used to run from every silence, fill the room with anything but true. Now I sit here in the stillness, and it doesn't scare me like it used to. Took some breaking, took some bending, took 100 wrong turns too. This is the piece that took me years, not given, but earned line by line. This is the piece that took me years, and I'm not giving back the time. I forgave the ones I couldn't fix. I let go of who I thought I'd be. There's a kind of freedom in the letting go that nobody ever taught to me. Took some breaking, took some bending, took 100 wrong turns too. This is the piece that took me years, not given, but earned line by line. This is the piece that took me years, and I'm not giving back the time. If you told me 25 that this quiet was the price, I'd have left you out the door. Now I welcome it and nothing more. This is the piece that took me years, hard single line. Not running anymore.
Came from somewhere I have never been, through doors I'll never open, a different river running through your history than mine. Two maps that didn't overlap until that particular evening, when something in the universe just quietly aligned. What are the odds of all of that? Every detour, every wrong turn brought us here, exactly where we're standing. We took the long way home. Every heartbreak was a road that led here. We took the long way home. Every loss was just a wrong road getting clearer. I wouldn't erase a single mile of broken highway. That long way home was always bringing me to you. The things I did before I knew you, I used to call mistakes. Now I think of them as chapters in the book that I was writing. Without the falling short and starting over, all the roads I didn't finish, I wouldn't have known what I was looking for. So I hold it all a little differently now, with gratitude for what I thought had ruined me. That was just the path unfolding. We took the long way home. Every heartbreak was a road that led here. We took the long way home. Every loss was just a wrong road getting clearer. I wouldn't erase a single mile of broken highway. That long way home was always bringing me to you. And I think about the version of us that might have met too early, before the years had smoothed out all the jagged in our edges. The meeting wouldn't have been this. This is the right time, the right place, the right us. The long way was the only way. We took the long way home, and every mile was worth the taking. We took the long way home, and now that I'm here, I'm not going anywhere. Pull the car into the driveway, let the engine cool, let the evening come. We're home. I used to wish I'd found this sooner. Now I think the timing knew what I didn't. We found each other in a college dorm in 1983. He knocked on
on my door to borrow sugar and never really left. We've lived in different cities, raised our kids on different coasts, but every Friday morning there's a text that says I'm here. We've held each other through the losses that don't have a name, the kind that don't make sense to anyone who wasn't there the same. 40 years of Fridays, 40 years of you picking up the phone, 40 years of knowing that I never really do this alone. 40 years of Fridays, coffee cups and honest talk, the one who knows the whole damn story, every stumble, every walk. 40 years of Fridays, and I'd give 40 more. You sat with me the night my marriage fell apart at the seam. You didn't try to fix it, didn't tell me what to feel. You just poured the wine and let me talk until the talking stopped, and in the morning made me eggs and said, now let's get real. There's a love that doesn't ask for anything but showing up, and you have shown up every single time without a second thought. 40 years of Fridays, 40 years of you picking up the phone, 40 years of knowing that I never really do this alone. 40 years of Fridays, coffee cups and honest talk, the one who knows the whole damn story, every stumble, every walk. 40 years of Fridays, and I'd give 40 more. When they talk about the loves that shape a life, they always mean the romantic kind, the ones that burn and break. But you're the constant, you're the thread that holds the whole thing straight. The Friday I would cancel everything else to keep. 40 years of Fridays, 40 years of you picking up the phone, 40 years of knowing that I never really do this alone. 40 years of Fridays, coffee cups and honest talk, the one who knows the whole damn story, every stumble, every walk. 40 years of Fridays, God, I hope we get 40 more. Same time next Friday, always. Always. I found a photograph inside a box beneath the stairs, a girl in cut-off jeans and sunlight standing without care. She's laughing at whoever held the camera that day, with her whole life still in front of her and nothing in the way. I stood there in the hallway for a long and quiet minute, trying to remember how it felt to be that free. She was 22, with her hair down and her heart open wide. She was 22, didn't know yet what was waiting thought that she was ordinary, thought she had no light. She worried about everything, cried most every night. If I could sit beside her now and tell her what I know, I'd say, honey, you are braver than you'll ever let yourself be told. But she had to live it all the way to understand that the woman she'd become was worth the journey and the scars. She was 22, with her head down and her heart open wide. She was 22, didn't know yet what was waiting on the other side. I look at her and love her, and I barely know her name. She was 22, and I will never be her again, and I would not trade places all the same. There's a grief in growing older that nobody warned you of, not for what you lost, but for the girl you left behind. I hope she knows I carried her through everything that came. I hope she knows I think about her every now and then, with nothing but kindness in my mind. She was 22, with her head down and her heart open wide. She was 22, didn't know yet what was waiting on the other side. I look at her and love her like a daughter, like a friend. She was 22, and look how far we've come. Look who we are now. Look how this story ends. I see you, girl, I always did. But doesn't anymore. One plate on the table, one glass of red wine, one candle I lit just because the light looked fine. No one to consult about the music or the hour, no performance, no pretending, just me and the power. And I waited for the loneliness to walk through the door, but it stood outside a moment, and then came no more. The table I set for one is the most honest thing I own. Not a consolation, not a wound, just coming home. I used to need an audience to make a moment real. Now the quiet is the feeling I was always meant to feel. I used to fill the silence with whatever noise was near, a television, a telephone, a reason to appear. Busy enough to miss myself, crowded enough to hide from the person who'd been knocking, patient from inside. But the knocking got too gentle to keep ignoring, and I opened up the door 100 miles. most honest thing I own. Not a consolation, not a wound, just coming home. I used to need an audience to make a moment real. Now the quiet is the feeling I was always meant to feel. This isn't giving up on love or locking out the world. It's knowing who you are before the next chapter unfurls. I've sat at crowded tables, feeling utterly alone. Now one chair and one candle feel more full than I have known. The table I set for one is the most honest thing I've found. Not an ending, not a settling, just solid ground. I used to think that solitude was something to outrun. Now I light the candle slowly, and I savor every one. Some of the best company I've ever had has been my own.
I was looking at you this morning, and something stopped me. The way the light came in and found you where you stood. All the years written into you like rings inside a tree trunk. And I thought, God, I wouldn't change a single thing I'm seeing. You sell us something different from the start, a forever version of the way we looked at 22. But what I see in you is better. What you look like now is the most beautiful thing I've ever seen up close. What you look like now is someone who has lived and loved and bore it. Every silver strand, every quiet line is every year I got to keep you here with me. What you look like now is mine. You laughed the other day, and I could see the young one in you, right there underneath the face that time has touched. And both of them are you, and both of them I love. But this one right here is the one who knows me best. The world is always looking somewhere else, but I'm right here, and I see exactly what I've got. And it's not less, it's more. What you look like now is the most beautiful thing I've ever seen up close. What you look like now is someone who has lived and loved and bore it. Every silver strand, every quiet line is every year I got to keep you here with me. What you look like now is mine. Live in a world that doesn't want to age. But I've been watching you walk into this season, and darling, you are everything that's worth the cost. This is not a consolation prize. This is the main event. What you look like now is what I hope I get to keep looking at forever. What you look like now takes my breath the same as it did. Then I didn't think it was possible to love you more. But here I am, completely wrong again. What you look like now. May I spend the rest of my mornings getting stopped by you in the light. Loving you was never really the hard part. Choosing you again, that was the work. After the beautiful and before the ordinary. When the choosing didn't feel like a feeling, just a word, I stayed. Because I made a promise, then I stayed because I wanted to. And somewhere in between those two, the love became something I trust. There's no ceremony for this kind of courage. No one marks the day you decide again. But I think it's the bravest thing I've done. This is the grace of staying, not the falling but the holding on. This is the grace of staying, when the beautiful is quieted to something softer, and you choose it anyway. Again, again, the grace of staying is the love I'm proudest of. I've watched people trade in their history for something shinier, looking for the feeling that we all eventually move past. But what's on the other side of that familiar and that earned is a kind of knowing love that's rare and meant to last. I don't want to start over, I want to go deeper with the one who already has my whole geography. Yeah. This is the grace of staying, not the falling but the holding on. This is the grace of staying, when the beautiful is quieted to something softer, and you choose it anyway. Again, again, the grace of staying is the love I'm proudest of. We talk about forever like it's one enormous moment, but it's made It's where the real love lives. This is the grace of staying, and I would choose it in 1,000 other lifetimes. This is the grace of staying. You don't have to earn it, and it doesn't have to shine. Just show up, choose again, and let the ordinary be the miracle. That's the grace of staying. Of all the things I've done, staying is the one I'll never regret. I used to fill every silence. I didn't trust what lived inside it. Kept the radio on, kept the calendar full, kept running past the things I was afraid to feel. It took me years to understand that what I was avoiding was exactly what I was looking for. And then I found it, not in any grand arrival, just here, in this house, in this life, with you. The quiet that is full of something. This is where the quiet lives, not in the empty but in the earth. This is where the quiet lives, in the middle of a love that the years have confirmed out. I'm looking for this peace in all the louder places, but it lives right here, in the quiet with you. There's a sound this house makes after 10 at night, when everything settles into itself. You're breathing the low voice of the trees outside, the sense that everything that matters is accounted for. I never thought I'd be someone who loves the dark, but I am, because this dark has you in it. And nothing is missing from this moment. Not a single thing needs to be added or improved. This is the life I was becoming all along. This is where the quiet lives, not in the empty but in the urn. This is where the quiet lives, in the middle of a love that the years have confirmed. I've been looking for this peace in all the louder places, but it lives right here, in the quiet with you. They said that getting older was the thing to fear, and I was afraid, I'll give them that. But what they didn't mention was the quiet that comes with it, the deep relief of knowing who you are, of being known completely by at least one other person, and resting in that knowing without apology. This is where the quiet lives, and I am finally fluent in its language. This is where the quiet lives, and I would not trade a single decibel for this. Let together. Everything I was rushing toward was this. Exactly this